Quick and the Dead. Leonardo discusses his role in one of his earlier films, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and the fun he had portraying the free and spontaneous character, Arnie.
Leonardo, great to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Last time was in a very cold New York City for This Boy's Life, where I got to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
And enjoyed that interview, and you were excellent in that film. And
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And worked with some wonderful people like Mr. De Niro.
Mr. De Niro.
Ellen Barkin is your mom.
Yes.
And then let's shift into What's Eating Gilbert Grape. You just said hello to Johnny Depp, of course, who plays your brother in Gilbert Grape. And tell us a little bit about your character, Arnie, I think his name is.
Arnie is mentally retarded. He's Johnny's...
Autistic, right?
No, mentally retarded.
Mentally retarded, okay.
Plays Johnny's younger brother, Gilbert's younger brother. And he's usually the type of person that does specifically whatever he feels at a singular moment. He'll go off and climb the water tower, or he'll scream or burp or yell or do whatever he wants at any time. He's a real instinctual character, and I had a great time playing him for that reason, because I was pretty much free to do whatever I wanted with him, you know.
Well, Johnny Depp said that it was just a joy doing the movie with you. And everyone I talked to on that press screening, they said that you've got to talk to Leonardo, because he's so good in this movie. And my colleagues write down the list about your performance, and I echo those sentiments, Leonardo.
Thank you very much.
You were wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was really a lot of fun.
Was it?
I've never played a character in my life that had that much freedom, and I could do it. And Johnny and Juliet were very cool for letting me go off and do my own little thing without, calming me down, because I was very hyper.
Johnny has played characters where he's somewhat distant, almost not human, but this one he is. Were you surprised
very human.
at his acting ability?
The Gilbert in this film is the type of character that represses his feelings about everything. He doesn't want to let Juliet's character, Becky,
Juliet
know.
Lewis we're talking about.
Yeah, Juliet Lewis. He doesn't want to let her know how he truly feels about things, what his true feelings are, so he's constantly putting a wall up to her, because he does like her, and he doesn't want... I think he thinks of himself as a bad person, almost, when he's really not. He just is not a good communicator and not a type of person to let people know how he truly feels about things. And Arnie's the type of character that is always on his case about not telling things, come on, Gilbert, that's not, always riding him. He's always very loud and obnoxious, and that's not the type of attention that Gilbert wants to get in a situation. So it was a great combination between me and Johnny. And Johnny's character it showed a lot of hidden emotions that he had.
The surface of Gilbert is more of a conventional person. To me, what was interesting about Gilbert is that all his emotion and all his angst and all his hostility was inside, and that it at times touched the surface, and there's only once or twice that he actually let it fly.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing for me to play Gilbert was that it was all behind. It was all behind. It was all behind the facade. For a lot of people, it's almost a kind of voyeuristic thrill in a way. I mean, being able to be like a fly on the wall in the lives of these people who are emotionally and psychologically hindered, a sort of dysfunctional family. I think people will relate. If you see Leo, you just tell him I said hey, and tell him his big brother's still here,
I'm doing good, Johnny. Thank you.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the story, What's Eating Johnny Grape. We know about your character and Johnny's now, but just briefly about the story.
The story is about a small family in Endora, Iowa. Mainly about Gilbert coming to his own and finding himself. There's a series of different things. Should I pause for this man here?
Let it go. Say when, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The story's about Johnny Depp, Gilbert Grape, who lives in a small town in Endora, Iowa. So let me do that again. The the story's about Gilbert Grape, who lives in a small town.
In Dora, Iowa.
In Dora, Iowa. The movie's about Gilbert Grape, who lives in a small town in Dora, Iowa, and it's about his family, myself, who plays his younger brother, and Mama and the two sisters. And it's about him realizing who he truly is as a human being and his emotions and everything like that. That's where the Juliette Lewis character comes in. She sort of comes into town and sort of lets him speak out about things that he's never spoken out before about. And there's tons of weird, interesting characters throughout the film. And Lasse is so brilliant at showing the different emotions of every different character that's going on. Each person in the film has their own sort of agenda for life, and it really shows.
Well, I've seen it, and of course it's a beautiful story. You're surrounded with, as we mentioned, Johnny Depp and Mary Steenburgen.
It was fabulous.
Fabulous. And what a great story, Darlene Cates, who plays your mother. Tell us about her.
Darlene's an interesting person. I mean, the fact that she could come in the position that she's in life, where she's overweight, and I'm sure she gets a lot of people staring at her and a lot of unnecessary attention, to come into a movie for the first time and do the job that she's done and feel so comfortable and so loving towards everybody that was on set, including me and Johnny. We just loved her. We just hugged her constantly.
Yeah,
but to be that comfortable in front of us and not, and
I don't know what her weight is, but she was discovered on a talk show.
Yeah, she was discovered on Sally Jesse Raphael, I believe it is.
And what is she, 300-400 pounds?
She's about 500.
500, woo, okay.
And to lead that kind of life, I mean, for me, playing Arnie, I went in there and I was able to be this character, and at the end of the 3 months, I was done with. She has to live that life. It's just a real touching thing for me to see that she did a terrific job.
Darlene is, for me, the shock of the film. She is the most incredible, one of the most incredible people I've ever known. First of all, to be so brave as to allow herself to unravel emotionally in front of our eyes, you know, and to put in such a performance that's without flaw, you know. I mean, it's 100% honest. I mean, it's right there.
Real people.
She's incredible. She's incredible. She should be applauded.
If I were a member of the Academy of Arts and Sciences, you would get a vote for Supporting Actor of the Year for an Oscar. And there are rumors, Leonardo.
There are rumors, yeah.